Welcome to the Papa Rockstars podcast with Anya Bohm, where we talk about all things paparazzi, team training, suggestions, interviews with elite leaders, and more, all to help you grow and explode your Paparazzi Accessories business to rockstar success.
Hello and welcome to the Papa Rockstars podcast. My name is Anya Bohm and I am your show host. Today we're going to be talking about running your business with integrity. What is integrity and how does it relate to your business? Today we're going to cover the basics of integrity and how it can actually help you in your business and help you to succeed. Now before we get into that, don't forget to head on over to paparockstars.com/integrity to snag the show image that we'll talk about in just 1 second. The show transcripts or show notes, whatever you like to call them, everything is typed up and ready for you to highlight and mark and share with your team. You can also listen again, and you have access to all the other resources on the website that we have available for you. So again, the link to this particular episode is paparockstars.com/integrity. Okay, that image that I was just telling you about, this is one that you can share with your team or on your Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, wherever you want to share it out. It is there, it's gorgeous, and it's ready for you. This particular one says integrity, choosing your thoughts and actions based on values rather than personal gain. So it's definitely an inspirational type of image for you to use. Now with that, let's jump into today's training. Let's first talk about what integrity means. So integrity means that you have the moral strength to be who you are at all times and a strong adherence to what you believe is right and wrong. It is related to the word integer, which means whole or entire. Integrity means that you listen to your moral compass and make good choices no matter if anyone is watching or not. You do it because it's the right thing to do. I also wanted to bring up the word integer in the definition because I think it is so important to note that we can't just have integrity part of the time or only in certain situations. We, our whole person, needs to be practicing integrity all the time. Let's talk about a few examples. As a consultant, would you ignore policy and make some decisions in direct violation of paparazzi standards if you felt you'd get a slight edge? Would you risk being suspended or even canceled if you thought you could hit some higher ranks or achievements faster? My opinion is why risk it. In my 4 years with paparazzi, I've actually been told several times by a few different ladies that in order to succeed, I would need to bend the rules and push the limits. It was advice that never sat well. Like, it actually kind of made me nauseous because it wasn't in harmony with my moral compass. And it's been really interesting to watch karma catch up with them. Now, in other episodes of the podcast, we've talked about attraction marketing, but I think this is another really good time to mention it. If what you're doing is skirting the rules or even bending or full out breaking policy, what kinds of customers and other people are you going to be attracting to your business? You're going to attract others who are maybe shady, bending the rules, not quite ethical as well. Now, I don't know about you, but that's really not the way I want my business to grow or the kind of people that I want joining my team. A few years ago, I was attending a convention. It wasn't a paparazzi convention. It was for a different organization, not related with any particular company. It was just for direct selling women to get together and kind of grow and receive inspiration and training. It was really highly inspiring, and it was not my first time at this particular convention, so I knew it was going to be amazing. One speaker in particular really resonated with me. Her message was on being kind and positive in your business and as you grow your teams and build your sales. I had so many notes from her session, and I loved her. Just a little while later, we were taking a quick break for lunch, and I went down to the hotel mini store. So I grabbed my snack, and I was waiting in line when I started to hear a commotion at the cash register that caught my attention. The clerk said, "I'm sorry, ma'am, hotel policy is that we can't charge anything to a room without ID." Now, the woman at the counter, she threw a full-on fit, 2-year-old tantrum. She started cursing and sputtering at him like she was turning purple. She asked for the manager and with all of her demands, She's sitting there yelling at this guy, and he's like, I don't even know what to do, because she was yelling things so fast that he couldn't even respond. And then at the end she goes, don't you know who I am? And the clerk was clearly just trying to do his job. He looked completely dazed. It was kind of humorous, but not all at the same time. Now, it was then I noticed who she was. It was the speaker of the session I was just listening to moments earlier. Now, I kind of stepped up and I vouched for her identity, and I told the clerk who she was. And he kind of took that for like a second verification of her identity, and he let her charge those items. She turned on her heel, huffed, and left the store, stormed out without even saying thank you to me or thank you to him. I was flabbergasted. Her entire message of kindness and being positive seemed a little less genuine. More like she was catering to an audience and less like she was sharing a secret truth for happiness in life or business that she had discovered. Now, in fairness, throughout the rest of the weekend, there were several other times I observed her mistreating others and being less than positive. There was times I saw her out in the hall complaining about the event, complaining about the other speakers. And to this day, I can't listen to any of her trainings or read her books without feeling slightly deceived. I was completely turned off. She was not living her life in harmony with her message. She was one person on stage and another person in real life. Have you ever tuned into one of my Facebook Live videos? I'm kind of a what you see is what you get kind of a person. I enjoy laughing and having a good time. I'm also a little goofy, and this comes through in my live videos, and I don't try to hide that because it's who I am. And I know when I'm truly myself, I'm more relatable to others watching. And then if they meet me in person, they're going to know who I truly am. I don't have to put on a show. It's not a facade. It's just what you see is what you get. So in this example, I feel like I'm showing my integrity to my customers and my team members by being the same person I am on and off the camera. I'm just me. Another word used a lot in our industry is transparency. This is another way of saying that you represent yourself in a way that you have nothing to hide. You are who you are, and you aren't afraid to be you. You don't make choices in the hopes that you won't get caught. Now, this comes back to the integer part of the definition. Are you choosing to live all areas of your life with integrity? Do you deal honestly with your customers, with your family, at your job? Do you practice the lessons you are teaching your team and your kids? Another quick example that I want to give with this is with ordering. Are you telling your team to order, and stock up their inventory and recruit, and then you're only ordering the bare minimum yourself and not even sharing the business opportunity? Or are you challenging them to go and pass out business cards at the grocery store or at the school when they pick up their kids, and you don't do the same thing yourself? Having integrity in all areas of your life is a good way to live your life, and it is a great way to run your business. Okay, that's it for today's training. I couldn't think of a real challenge to go along with the subject of integrity because it's definitely a personal decision. That's definitely something you have to do on a personal level. So I'm just going to ask you to take a minute to reflect and see if what you're asking of your team, what you're asking of your family, how you're living your life is in harmony with your moral compass and your beliefs, or if maybe there's something that you need to tweak a little bit. Thanks for listening in. Again, the website where you can go and get all of today's notes and that show image is paparockstars.com/integrity. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.